Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Tuesday, October the 13th, the year's 2020. Let's talk trading. Wrong until right, part two, with Walmal. I've got Walmal on the line, but first, boys and girls and non-binary traders. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. So if you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. So Walmal, have you been wrong or have you been right today?
Let's see, I've been right 8 times and I've been wrong twice.
You mean you've
But
had 8 winners
overall,
and 2 losers?
exactly. I had
Yeah.
8 winners and 2 losers, and so I've been right 8 times and wrong 2 times, but overall for the day, I'm right.
Yeah.
Because I'm right side on the number of pips I've made for the day.
Yeah, well, what I was talking about yesterday, I think you said that you didn't have a chance to hear the video, was is that when you enter a trade, you start out, you're in the hole. You don't start out flat. You start out in the hole. And so the whole idea of being wrong until right has, different views. One is maybe you got the entry wrong, the direction wrong, or maybe you got the timing wrong. Because you know how I always joke with you, if I would have just waited an hour, you know, or
Oh yeah.
or just like like today, I was short way up there, needed it to get down to the like 02, and then had I held on to my shorts, well, I would have had another 40 pips, but
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. You're wrong till you're right, because you're exactly right. As soon as you press, if you're going long, the moment you press that buy button, you're underwater, until it goes and continues up. Now, it may only be you're wrong only for maybe a millisecond because the market happens to be moving at that moment. But you were wrong at first, and it's just that you were underwater for that moment in time. And then what has to happen is you got to go and make sure that you're following your trading plan. I feel like a broken record here because I keep on saying it. Follow your trading plan. Follow what you have determined is the best way for you to go and trade based on what you're observing and what your statistics say to go and do. Because it's the type of thing where, one of the things that I've been doing today is I've been going and trading contrary to the market, and that's usually not my way of doing things, but today I've been doing it. But as soon as I hit 2 or 3 pips, I'm out, make my 2 or 3 pips and get out, because that's my plan. But on every single one of those trades, I've jumped into the trade, and as soon as I jumped in, I'm down a pip. Sometimes I'm down 2 pips immediately. So I'm wrong. I've made the wrong trade, so to speak, or at least I'm upside down. But, like I said earlier in the video, I've won 8 and lost 2. And so, and I've kept to my plan. So my 2 losses mounted up to maybe 6 pips in total, and so I'm okay. I'm fine, and then I got all those other wins. And I think I figured it out before where, I averaged it out. I averaged out about 3 pips per trade today, on the winning side. So 24 minus 6. Well, guess what? That's 18 pips. That's not bad. So we're in good shape. But I was on every single one of those trades. I was negative at one point in time.
yeah, and it's not really, I use the words right and wrong here only for illustrative purposes, because really, you're unprofitable until you're profitable, if that time comes. But it's just, wrong until right just had a little bit better ring to it. But and it's the way a lot of people think. They think if they enter a trade and it goes against them, something's wrong, when that's not really the case.
Well, no, and the thing is, I'll even go a step further than that. You know what? I can go and enter the trade, and the trade I entered, I followed my plan. I did every single thing right. Okay? In fact, I think I told you earlier today, those 2 losing trades I had, I go back and look at it, I didn't do anything wrong with those trades. There was nothing wrong with that, what I did. It's just that the market does what the market does. And sometimes, I've got my signal. I took my signal. I wasn't late. I wasn't early. I did everything exactly right. And guess what? The market said, not today. And, so I took those 2 losers. No, but then again, I still continued to follow what my trading plan was for the day. And because I did that, I'm right side up. So was I wrong to enter those trades? I don't think so. I think it was just more of that's just what the market did today.
Exactly. So, it's really a mental game more, because I was when we did the video about the 1 pip, in fact, I was thinking about making another little fun indicator, that it's kind of like the exit playbook, where maybe, at certain pips you have a smiley, certain levels you have a smiley face, and at the other one you have a frowny face, because, and then maybe you can start having maybe make a few wave files where, because like you always say crap, and I'm like, dang it.
Exactly.
And just let the computer do it for us.
Yeah, that way we don't have to expend the energy.
Yeah. But it's controlling the brain, it's part of the whole brain management, that you try to not react with such passion or emotion, because it's like getting mad at being down 1 pip. I mean, what good does that do?
It doesn't do you any good at all. And on the other extreme too, today, we were both sitting up there at the 00 trying to figure out what to do, and the reality is, we could have picked up a lot of pips. We could have picked up a lot of pips, if we had stayed in a trade. Now, were we wrong to get out? I don't think so. Why? Because again, I followed my trading plan. My trading plan is to get out. I got out, and I picked up the pips. I've made my core of what I'm supposed to make for the day. I should be happy camper. Could I have made a lot more money? Sure. But the thing is, to do that, I would have had to violate what my trading plan was. And all I know is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I violate my trading plan, I tend to go and get myself into trouble. Next thing you know, I've had a bad day, and not only is it a bad day, it usually turns into a really bad day. And because then what happens is you start violating other rules to go make up for the bad judgments that you've made previously, and just bad judgment sets more bad judgments.
Yes.
So
yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to go and say, so trading your trading plan, even though you may be down, okay, that's not wrong. If you've shown that statistically your trading plan should work, okay, and you've gone and you've done the research and you've studied it and you've looked at it and you've forward tested it, then you know what? Being down a pip, 2 pips, 3 pips, whatever. If you're not trading the way I am, and let's say you're doing some type of swing trading, being down 100 pips may not necessarily be wrong, because if your trading plan takes all of that into account, there's nothing wrong with that, because statistically, if you've done your research, you will come back from that. You may lose this particular trade, but it's not about the trade; it's about the trades.
Yeah, it's what happens at the end of the period. It's like coming up to the plate. You might strike out, but you'll get another turn.
Exactly right. It's sort of like baseball. You're a fantastic Hall of Famer if you're going to go and hit. If your batting average is .333. Okay, remember what that means. It means you went and actually got on base 1 out of every 3 times. Does that mean when you go and strike out at the plate, you should just quit? No, of course not. That would be failure. That would be wrong. Well, here's the thing. You're trading and you take a loss. Does that mean you quit? No, that would be failure. What you need to do is go back, look what you did. Did I do anything wrong? If I did, okay, check it. Make sure that you are more aware of that. Maybe even go. I know you got that indicator that you can write notes up on the screen. Write that up on the screen so that while you're looking at the screen, it's right there in your face. Maybe your problem is that you're not getting out and not following your exit plan. Well, take the exit plan indicator, put it up there so that it writes it right on the screen. Okay, dummy, you didn't put your stop loss in, and it calls you an idiot, or whatever it may be that you need to go and do to go and protect yourself and make sure that you're following the rules. Because trading, what it really gets down to is 2 things in terms of trading that I think are the most important thing. And it's, everybody thinks it's your entry method, your exit method. You know what it is? It comes down to 2 things. And it comes down to, number 1, did you follow your rules? Are you following your rules? And then number 2, You know, are you letting psychology come in and beat you up? Are you letting whatever happened go and beat you up and cause you to do things that you shouldn't do, which causes you to violate rule number 1, and that is not following your plan?
Exactly. So we got top of the hour here, and we got the pound dollar. We got a 2-ball at the bottom here on the M5 chart, but we've been mainly trading the M1 chart. Let's see what it looks like on M1. Maybe we can talk the boys and girls and the non-binary traders through a trade. Here we got a holo at 69.3.
Mm-hmm. And we also got a DSR trade entry on the 1 minute that would occur at 70.1. Don't know if it's any of those trades are going to go and materialize, but those would be my 2 entry points at this point in time. I don't trade the Walmal method at this time because it's 12 o'clock Eastern time in the United States, so it's too late to go and trade that trade. I just don't trade it at this time. So if anybody's asking why I'm not looking at a Walmal line, that's the reason why. Yeah. Although it's funny, both those entries right at the Walmal line are pretty close to it.
Yeah, Walmal at 70. We got the H1 lowest open at the day at 69.3, and we got a DSR scalper entry at 69.5.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. You know, and people all say, "What's your bias?" You know, I don't know. We'll see what the price does, and that's my bias.
And we're in we're in the green rat zone too, because we're only 8 pips off the daily low, and so the green rat zone would be the daily low plus 20. In fact, I can probably, where's that chart? Right here, you can see green rat's getting ready to feast, hopefully.
Yep. And we've had a range today on the pound dollar of 108 pips. So, you know, that's 66. That's in the 66 percentile. So there's a good chance it's going to come out of this. Will it? I have no idea. We'll find out.
Yeah, 66.
We'll draw a line in the sand and see what happens.
Wait, on my chart, well, I've got a 40 percentile, but we've got different brokers, so that's probably part of the reason.
That's the reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what it's going to do here. Probably nothing will appear during this video because we'll run out of time.
Right. Yeah, we got 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah. So I don't think anything's going to happen here. Although, you never know.
You never know.
Now, what I will say about this DSR trade here, from the 1 ball on the top to the 3 ball, that's about 9.5 pips, 9 pips. So I would be looking to only get maybe 2 or 3 pips on this because there isn't much of a range. So we're kind of range bound here. You know, that doesn't mean that the price doesn't move like a lot of people say. No, the price is moving. It's just that it's moving in a range of 9 pips. So I'm not going to be looking to go.
Yeah, I got 10 pips on my chart.
I wouldn't be looking to go and try to get 15 pips on this. I'd be looking to get 2, 3 pips. Get 20% of it. That's if you can get 20% of every move that happens in the market, be a very wealthy person.
That's for sure.
Okay, I went long.
And
at 70.1. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and did you see how quick that moved?
Yep.
And you see how quick it moved the other way.
Yep, I was up a pip and now went up against me. I'm probably going to take a loss here, but am I upset? Not really.
Yeah, I didn't hear that monitor smash.
Nope. I mean, and that's the thing, because I'm within my trading plan. So, you know, the worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to take a little bit of a loss.
Right. But anyway, fellow traders, I hope that helped explain more the wrong until you're right. And just remember, when you're trading, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. Click subscribe, click like, and then share the video all over the internet. And this is TheRumpledOne, over and out.